All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the alaracanfieldshow, the Awaken to Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And it's Friday, yes. And today, my good friend Bryan Rawls is back with us. And we're going to be talking about the 2022 energetics and Anavia Nightshade Perspective. So you can say it however you want. I'm saying right now in this moment, Anavia, could be Anavia. The way I say it might change in the next 5 minutes. So we're going to be talking about that. So part of that, so what does that mean? We're going to talk about the 2022 new energetics. So much has been going on in the collective energy-wise. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Anavia Nightshade's perspective on this energetic shift. Bryan's going to do a DNA process that will activate the new energetics. And we're going to be talking about awakening the triangular star architecture within the body. Whew, that's a mouthful. So we'll see what Bryan has to say about that. So there's a lot more written in the email and on the live page. You can read that on your own. But Bryan has been with us many times, and we always love having him back with us. He does amazing clearings, amazing activations. He does readings, and his readings are always so spot on and to the point. So for those of you who don't know Bryan, he has worked as an intuitive medium for a long time. He is from 2006 to 2010, he studied Reiki, became a Reiki Master. In 2010, he can channel many energies to help you with your questions from spirit guides, angels, archangels, faeries, elementals, gods, goddesses, celestial beings, and other galactic energies. And he devotes himself to helping people find purpose in their life, provide guidance, as well as provide closure and comfort to those who have had souls dear to them pass beyond the veil without the opportunity to say goodbye. That and so much more. So Bryan, I'm so glad you're here, and all of you, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the show, and let's get started, Bryan.
All right. So, okay, so let's begin with the 2022 energetics. So basically what happened during the beginning of 2022 is that we started feeling disconnected. We started feeling lost. We started feeling almost exited out of our bodies. And what happened is we were going from a binary coding system to a triangular coding system where binary is only using zeros and ones. Now we're in a basic 3-number sequence that is going to upload and allow for our bodies to work in much more magical ways, and also allow for the body to function in ways that some know that are not possible. So basically, the Anavia Nightshade's perspective on it is it's the shadow. It's the shadow part of the energy of all. Okay, basically we are in what she likes to call the mini galactic war. Okay, so as she says that it's the mini galactic war, it's not necessarily with ourselves, but more along the lines of with the beings that are around, as well as also trying to fill our head with all that gunk. And have you felt like you've been just wanting to throw in the towel here lately and just say, screw it all, I don't want to work, blah, 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 blah. That is the new energetic coming online for you. Now, some of you may have joined me for the 2022 bioluminescence, and then some of you may have also joined me for the 3-day retreat with Anavia around uploading these different stargates and star architectures. But what basically happens is that the energies begin to start dropping, and as they drop, we are basically re-uploading. And as we re-upload, our consciousness gets so overwhelmed with all of the outside eternal forces that our bodies don't know what to do with ourselves. So basically with that, that's where I come in to facilitate basically a new set of codes, a new set of triangular codes to help with um, being more focused on not just repressing the feelings, but also bringing the repressed feelings out. This year is all about shadow work. It's I actually have a shadow work part one getting ready to start, and the shadow part one is actually a offer in the very last category. But it's basically we got to learn to love the good, the bad, and the ugly, and those aspects of ourselves that we find not attractive or not likable, not understandable. This is where we come in to facilitate that shadow work course. It's a lot of journal prompts, but it's more to that than this, or to that than that. So basically, what Anavia's aspect as well has been is that the shadow work course must be done before Ostara. And Ostara is a particular, it's a spring equinox for folks in the northern hemisphere, and then it's the vernal or I believe it's the vernal equinox in the southern hemisphere. Not too good with those hemisphere thingies yet, just right now. But basically, our minds are basically in sort of a functioning and at a different level, and as they function at that specific rate and understanding, they want us to basically broaden our spectrums of our abilities and what basically we are all about, because we have fully ascended into the fifth dimension. And though it may not feel like it, but we already are. So the triangular coding has allowed for us to step forward into this. Now, what we're going to do is basically I'm going to jump right into the activation. All right, and the reason for that is because as all of you are basically preparing the body for the activation, then more energies will seem to pop up and also clear for you during the process. Now, as I do the process, I would like for your feet flat on the floor and your hands up in grace position, they call this, so that you can receive the full benefit. Another thing is make sure that you are make sure that your eyes are closed, because with your eyes being closed, it gives you actually a understanding for more stuff to come forward. Now, remember, some past lives may come forward as well. Basically what's happening with all the past modalities of healing is being upgraded, and it's sort of like Reiki's going from a Reiki 2019 to a Reiki 2022. These particular energies that we hold inside of our body, they basically allow for us to spread out and start basically manifesting the position of the world that we are in right now, bringing more love and respect to it, because Mother Earth is ascending just as we are. And obviously, with every blow that she takes, and that blow goes on us too, because we are all connected. And with the whole all connected story, we won't even go into that because that's a whole nother show. But I want everyone to take a deep breath in, and I call upon Mother, Father, God, our guides, our angels, our ascended masters, and all the beings of light from on high, as we align with her mighty I Am presence, the highest light of who she is, who we are. We ask for the assistance of a DNA upgrade of the new triangular energetics. Take a deep breath in. And you may have some fear pop up first. Take a deep breath in. Indo cotendo Dasha no kote sepuro kote no nanapata lorashta este sianak rato udam henelo rashta yanesi Batu kutelo tora ta ashta asiata ta an anut ende elesianash nemba hanno kodo domba daedehi Allaho Bebada jano rata kia suha hakata oa ana kiata jeto kote si watoa dar pedendo gugatahash bidelesia ta ala pereando gonderes ilsiana shani hineki Eanakrando kotebo damarara yati hiseno sidendo. Ikash ratu milonora kotawas. Zeta kanai hetehilish, krindam estaziadok dari dinaid, jabuku todayastia sandara mahide, moko tau tamele kiatsao kotaeshito nama, ila kundeli hinu. Namne Dabakutores bi etu ud ad akiana ash manesia do onda asapatai damadakata kiashot anas zetu kandar saatani Perakiano kunde si de demakashin mukanda wasahala kabandait dokendala bijana kasi Sasundesh kototemut ala capriata. Jedala seseto kopoto ors. Zandere hele utanda sala la kionot. Vidando kota heshin. Batakosa wara atayanoa. Idendolos osite mokwa. Discendolo kote esin. Manakia stala sahata kiapadano. Di lelia kadash anakiastis ediamani hiti kiosut ut ad ish des dokostayasisium. Lacrias. Mokotehem mahasha anakiasta esi etemani. Mahanaku. Inamana helando. Milele kiano. Sto orot, piloko kwakata awa, wala krine eselokoto ura nanaai, bidash de desi damoko da alas, zedokota ko anahala brande etekioto, linoshe tuas, zastu sukote eni ikiano ot. Watanda hastayane hiliti kiamota monokosti. Do ok ut am ashadata hile keseto do soto komoto hi. Bodona mena ata ashtelo kosako kota awa. Timbala kata ash. Ide da simbolo kote inidu da anwa. Do kota shando te desio to kumbawa. Ela tapast. Ida shano komodosi sandre de ete kwataya no oku. Inavia natast. Zoko te suato kwa anaata. Dedo da batash. Zetsi no kosa zusino lokomon. Delile akudaya. Do selo kuto shonoi. Shonoi. Beto kwa tashana asa seto kosain. Bedo danda shanelo swatun. Demakawa. Idanana ash. Dessa lakri et edoratan manoa. Enas ida batala. Joto ko sambe hesi hetakiana. Dela sionto ud. Dara stela kiasot. Geniha damunet. O nevia tahala. Dika sotembolokoin. Bihele kish. Badas tiasi. Didaka tabu. Tupotatesi. Dondawas. Delicias. Bawas tusetayanu. Id elas. Id nani. Id nanu. Id nashetwa rashatuku. Damas de dokwa. Di damba dalesite de budu. De datati selokote pashianaat. And that was a translation of treat me like your mother and father. Don't damage me. Don't reflect me. This is Gaia speaking, or Anavia speaking in words for Gaia. Eles zokut dok uraneit jetokotas detas mono. Nida no nenoa da out ud esh. Vitanda desesiata atakiata en damokut. Ilad ne nidu. And take a deep breath in, bring that energy up and through your root chakra, in through your sacral, up through your solar, into your heart, into your throat, into your third eye, down into the well latrines at the back of the head where the occipital lobe is. Shooting right up through the pineal gland, up and over into the cranial or the crown chakra. Then moving on to the font, or basically where your head was soft when you were a baby. As that energy begins to start shooting down into that place, that is when your head was soft when you were a baby, allow the energy to flow down into your third eye, activating the lens, activating the eye that begins to open. Moving that energy all the way down the Shushumna. Activating the 8-cell blueprint at the perineum. And take a deep breath in. Okay, folks. So as the energy increases and increases drastically, the energies of the new triangular energies are going to come online for each and every one of you. You may experience a detox symptom. You may experience some form of energetic, I'm going to say twitches, and you may even have some energy that will filter down your legs that you've never had before. This is creating the tripod effect of our new grounding system. Our new grounding system is actually being helped with or rooted with a gnome that is in the center of the earth. So, and he's a very sweet gnome. So allow that energy to be basically something that you can carry on a conversation with eventually. You can go down into the center of the earth and basically go right straight down with your tripod energies and basically ask to speak to the elf or the gnome that is in charge of your grounding cords. Now, a lot of you will have the same one, but some of you may have different ones. Star seeds will probably have a little bit more of a different one. The elven creatures they will normally have like an elf or a sprite that will help assist them in grounding. Can't stop yawning, Alara. Yeah, that's the energy.
Exactly. So yeah, I was just asking, how is everybody doing? How are you feeling? What was that like for you? I'm still yawning, lots of energy still moving. So Yvonne says felt energy around my crown area, amazing energy. Jenny says great, lots of energy felt. You might still be feeling it. So I'm still feeling it, and I'm feeling it in my throat a lot as well right now. So yes, I'm yawning. There's lots of burping and still yawning. Still yawning. So how was that for you? I forgot to mention at the beginning of the call, we are going to be taking live caller questions. So if you do have a question for Bryan, you can raise your hand or you can put your question in the chat. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So what's next, Bryan? That was
well,
powerful.
I want to also give the perspective of what the light language meant, because this actually started last night, and it's very new to me. But I basically got translation for my light language that basically has never came before, and it's been truly amazing how it's been translated. But Anavia is kind of serpent like. She moves her body when she's channeling through me, and basically what was said was, you need to treat Mother Earth's water like a snake. Okay? Treat Mother Earth's water like a snake, because how it flows, you don't want to disrupt the flow. Because also remember, we have water in our bodies. We don't want to disrupt the flow and get dehydrated. We want to increase the intake of water in our bodies, because what it's going to do, it's going to basically allow for every energetic that has ever been installed in you totally skyrocket. And as it totally skyrockets, you're going to feel amazing things start to happen, such as bilocation, clairvoyance, telekinesis. You're going to start being able to astral project at will. And a lot of folks will have a lot of missing time. This missing time is basically you're in your pod 1, or you're in basically what is called the mothership, that basically allows for us to get assistance with our body. So if anybody is having any ailments or anything in that particular manner, please go to the mothership. Mothership, be requested at night to go to the mothership, because they will take you to the mothership and they will start working with your energetics and your DNA. They may even install some reverse aging energies to go along with it. So they are going to modify and manipulate the particular DNAs of the cells of humans, not necessarily in a bad way, but more along the lines of in a good way. Now, remember, obviously, on the Galactic Federation, this basically can definitely spark some telepathy, where you basically may have some form of telepathic communication with a being on another ship. Remember, with the Galactic Federation, if you get any types of energies from the Galactic Federation, you know that there is a Draco on the Galactic Federation. Her name is Luxa 11, and she is basically one of those entities that they don't bullshit around. So if you get assignments, if you get certain things that need to be taken care of, if you have certain things that need to be spoken about, need to be lifted off your energy field, Lux 11 will definitely be the one that probably will come to you first, because she's a Draco slash, she's a Draco slash kind of like Corvus energy, that raven, ravenous energy. I will also tell you that there's many different codes that are being sought out at this particular moment. Now, one of them is a devotion code. Now, a lot of folks have fell back. A lot of folks have fell back in their devotion with their divine being. Okay, not the divine being outside of them, but their divine being inside them. You are God. You are God created in His image. Okay, so I want you to create, basically think of yourself as a God, and know that that right there is who your God is. Even though you have other gods and goddesses that you work with, but the real God is in you. Okay, so you can manifest anything that you want. Just retrain your thoughts. You can get your $1 million if you want. Just retrain your thoughts. You have to want change to receive change. Okay? And a lot of people are so much in their comfort zone, Anavia says, that if they slither like the river, basically things will flow more better. Okay? Things will flow more symbiotic instead of tumultuous. All right, so things will be more fluent, and there will be a validity there. That energy of, you know how when your hands are wet, you rub your fingers together, and there's that fluidity there. You can still rub them. It's going to be like that. So increase your water intake, because the water intake's a big deal. And obviously you're going to be peeing a lot. Okay, so stay by the bathroom. Okay, I always stress that, stay by the bathroom, because I have had many energetic accidents while on the phone with the client. So definitely stay by bathroom, and if you have to use the bathroom on the toilet while you're on the phone, just mute that sucker. It'll be all right. Trust me.
So there's some questions in the chat, and I just want to share the Vanessa, after we did the activation, she said her hands, especially her palms and fingers, were tingling, and her right hand felt heavy, like she was holding something in it, yet she wasn't. So that's interesting. I wonder what was really there for you, Vanessa.
So right there was basically allowing for her to know her positive and negative hand. Her positive hand is feeling like something going into it, and her negative hand was feeling like she dropped it.
Cool.
Okay, so feeling like nothing's there.
Awesome. Michelle, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
go ahead.
I can.
Hi, thank you. I've been having tension-like headaches on and off, more on than off for the last 4 days. It woke me up the night before last about 3 times, and that's really unusual for me. I was wondering if you had any help for me with what that might be or what I can do.
Of course, those are basically is your crystals in your head are not in alignment. We have actually crystals or rocks in our head that if they come off balance, that's when a person gets vertigo, or a person has issues with their causal chakra. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to put your causal chakra back in alignment, and then I'm going to readjust your crystals. Take a deep breath in. La resto soto hoko namanaha la preanati te doko salo kotemena hashta la papatayeni it. Akote shano komokote esi. Nela balala. Desia tukata'a rites zutoshito nomok de las talas zitsa si at ashtanenemoku okotemu ano Velo lats dosheno okomono Nihala preando ukutai. Take a deep breath in. Just allow that energy to move up in through your chakras. Making sure you're going up at the back of the head. Your occipital lobe. This is also where your causal chakra is. And tweaking the crystals now. Take a deep breath in. All right, Michelle. So it may get worse than better right away, because the causal body chakra has to realign itself and fully turn your crystals in your head. So you may feel a little bit more pain, but I will guarantee you probably tomorrow morning when you wake up, it'll be gone.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. There's nothing I'm doing to bring it on, is there? Is there anything? I don't want to bring it back. I know you took care of it, but I mean,
make sure that you don't be around negative people.
Stop watching the news.
And drink lots of water.
I don't watch.
And drink lots of water, and try to stay away from spicy foods.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome, Michelle.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. All right, we're going to go to Jenny. You want to unmute yourself, Jenny? There you go. Yep.
Hi, Brian. Brian.
Hey, Jenny. How are you?
I'm good. You worked with me about 5 years ago, and you're one of the most amazing healers and energy channelers I've ever worked with. Ever.
Well, I appreciate that.
So, but I'm sure you know that. You're brilliant. Anyway, I just wanted to ask you if you're feeling, if you can tune in to me and tell me if I've got any kind of special gifts.
Okay, let's see here. So you have clairaudience and telepathy. There is a lot of others, but they haven't fully came on yet. Now there's something to do with the gift of perseverance.
Reserverance. I don't know what you mean.
Reserverance would be like being able to, it's almost like a channel, but more along the lines of you don't necessarily have a specific channel. It's more along the lines of having multiple channels, almost like a universal channel, but a slight different. I will also say that you have the gift of basically manipulating energy with your fingertips. Now, normally it's with your whole hand, but yours is with your fingertips because you actually, in a past life, were a extraterrestrial with suction cups on your, well, what looked like suction cups on your fingertips, and that's how you basically created certain things. You use not only sound but also feeling and the thought pattern to create things.
Okay. And is there anything I can do at the moment to enhance that or to allow myself to really...
Call back your totality.
How do you mean?
Call back your totality. Saying, I now call back the totality of Jenny McNabe.
I now call back the totality of Jenny McNabb.
I ask for all pieces of me in fractal states.
I
come
ask
forward now.
All pieces of me and fractal states to come forward now.
And each night before you go to bed, say that, okay? Because that is going to do the most help for you. Okay. And then also, if you sign up for the shadow work course, that right there will be a good thing that will also help you, and it will also give you a pod that you'll be in for a certain period of time. The pod basically is for me to download you safely while you're in that pod, not around darker energies or anything like that. So that's the reason why you will be in the pod, not necessarily for me to control you or anything like that, but for you to receive your energetics, your energy downloads, your energy codes, and all of that for the shadow part. Okay?
Okay, that sounds brilliant. Thank you so much for that.
You're very welcome, Jenny. I look forward to speaking with you again.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Thank you, Jenny. That was awesome. 1 second. All right, we're going to go to Tanya. You want to unmute yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. Sorry, I was a little bit late, so I missed the beginning of, I understand it was chakra cleaning, right?
There was an activation. You're going to have to go back and do the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I will for sure. My question is similar. Being Gemini, I have very curious mind, so I want to know everything, and I find myself being distracted with new, like I know about something new and I want to know more, and I kind of studied Reiki and energy healing and this and that. And
you are a channel. You are a channel of a healing modality.
Well, thank you. So
there is a particular healing modality that is starseed based that you are supposed to channel. Now, you will probably channel this telepathically, but this is with a starseed race, and you may also see certain symbols that go along with it. Make sure that all the energies go basically the way you ask them to. Ask for them to come forward. And now you obviously saw when I woke up my ancestors and my spirits, or maybe you didn't, but when I asked for them to wake up, what happened was they came forward. You always want to ask spirits forward to you. You don't want to necessarily say, Spirit, I call upon you. Okay? You're just calling upon them. Where are you calling upon them to? Are you calling upon them to your old self, or your future self, your past self, your right now self, your dimensional self? Because you're running 5 different dimensions, also included in this lifetime too. So you have many places that they can go to. So be specific. I call you forth.
So I know that was a lot that Bryan just shared with you. Okay, Tanya. So
yes,
you're gonna
you.
make sure you go back and watch or listen and ask more questions, right? Ask more questions about it, or book a session with Bryan to get more information. But trust and ask more questions about what is the healing modality, what are the energies, who am I working with, etc.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a lot that Bryan just shared. All right, Yvonne says she has, I have a birthmark on the back of my neck and I was on a ship as a child. Do you feel that's an implant, a straight connection to a star family, being, etc.?
That is actually a implant that is basically caused by a tracker. All right. They are tracking your dimensional self and other fractals of light. All right, what that means is you have your human 3D self here, but you also have pieces of yourself in other dimensions and in other fractals of light. As you have those energies and other fractals of light, you are basically fragmented in a sort of way. So what I would call for you would be definitely a refragging, so to speak, and now you're not going to lose the scar. I will tell you that, but it will lighten over time, and also canceling all soul contracts. All unbeneficial soul contracts, because a lot of us hold on to soul contracts that we don't even have any business holding on to. And they're something that our ancestors have held on to for so long and so many years that it makes no sense to us. So why in the hell carry them around?
Awesome. Good. Thank you. So let us know how that resonates, Yvonne. Mary Grace says, I'd like to know what I can do to better align with my soul's purpose.
To better align with your soul's purpose. Call back the totality of yourself. Calling back the totality of yourself is the best thing that you can do. It doesn't, it actually refrags you on a multitude of levels, but some people don't have the energy to make that refrag perfect, to make that refrag there in abundance.
Good. So you had mentioned that earlier when you were talking to, I forget now, somebody, I think to Jenny, you had said to do that. So go back and watch or listen to that part again so that you can get the actual wording.
I think Maureen and Tom have their hand raised.
No, Vanessa has her hand raised.
Oh, okay. Well, I see her hand moving in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, let me go to Vanessa first and then we'll go to you, Maureen, okay?
I do too, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that.
I don't know how to do the other thing. I couldn't find it. So
yeah, no worries. It's okay. Yeah. All right, well, let's go to you first since you're already unmuted, and then we'll go to Vanessa, okay?
Oh, okay. Well, hello, Bryan.
Hello
all. Thank you all. I'm 75 years old. I've been doing this forever, all kinds of stuff, consciousness, blah, 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 blah. But I retired from everything. And now something is happening, pushing me to do something again. I've done things before out in the public and whatnot, and I want to say I'm having resistance, but it's more than that. It's something else. I don't know what's going on, to put it quite frankly.
All right, Brian, what you got?
What I would recommend for you is catch a session with me, because what is wrong with you is you're adjusting from this binary to this triangular coding, and you're having resistance there. You're having resistance with the new star technology and the new architecture that is within the body. The new star architecture that is within the body is basically placed all over the body. And
yeah, I'm into the crystalline thing. I know my
no,
cells
it's not
are
crystal,
changing.
baby. It's not
Oh,
crystal.
no.
This
No?
is star architecture. Star
Okay.
architecture, like a cathedral, is supposed to be in the middle of your body. Okay?
The what?
A cathedral.
Okay.
All right, and these are not crystals. These are actually energetic, proportioned lines that basically flow through the body that activate certain meridian points, certain nadis and idas, and they basically activate the many different energy channels in the body that they are not spoken about in society. Also, they activate the Ida in the Pingala, and they activate the left and the right brain hemisphere. In the right brain hemisphere, there's supposed to be a octahedron in the right brain hemisphere, and in the left brain hemisphere, there's supposed to be actually a tetrahedron. And then what is supposed to happen is they're supposed to flip and turn. Okay, and
Turn
basically
like the light
that.
body.
So it's basically a lot like it's a lot like Dr. Joshua Stone's work, but it has more of an energetic pack, because the Kali Yuga, or the specific epoch that the planet is in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I would definitely say get you a session, because you need integration work, and you need to learn a little bit more about this new triangulary coding.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you,
You're welcome.
Maureen. Thank you for that. We got some cool information about the star architecture there, so thank you. All right, we're going to go to Vanessa. Vanessa, go ahead.
Hello.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hi. I just was wondering if there was anything that you could see for me regarding any special gifts or any messages that I feel like there's something that I'm missing.
Okay. So do you like to work with oils and then also work with plants?
Very much so.
Okay. So what the problem is you haven't received your dragon.
Oh.
Okay. Now it's funny, because there are times when in the month of March and April that my two dragons produce little ones. And what you need is a gifting of a dragon. They will be gifted with a particular spirit guide to help take care of them. Normally it's a gypsy or a madama, or even a Native American spirit. But what these energies are is you have the gift of nature. You can communicate with nature. You talk to the faeries, you talk to the undines, you talk to the salamanders. These particular beings, and the sprites, these particular beings are often forgotten about. And a lot of people do not honor the earth, air, fire, and water, and then the other energies that are out there. But what I can definitely tell you is that you are definitely a magical practitioner and can do some pretty kick-ass stuff. You are telepathic, you are telekinetic, you can control flames on your candles. You can also speak to the plants, have the plant tell you exactly what it is that its purposes are. And also you're an animal communicator. And then there is also something to do with mediumship. I will tell you, the graveyard is one of your power spots.
Wow, lots of stuff there.
I'm completely blown away. Every single thing that you have said is so me that I'm surprised I don't actually know you. I literally, everything you've said, you're amazing. I mean, oh my goodness.
You definitely want to book a session with Bryan then and get to
yeah,
know
yes,
more
I have
stuff.
to.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you
That was
so much.
that was amazing, Bryan. Whew.
I'm trying not to cry, but thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And book a session with me. I would be more than happy to work with you.
Right, get your dragon.
Yes, and we can gift you your dragon and gift you the spirit guide for your dragon. And sometimes it's a little gypsy lady. Mine was actually a little gypsy lady, like when I first received my dragon, my grandmother told me that you will start to see another little guide around your dragon. And I was like, okay, what is she doing? She doesn't talk to me. It's not for you to talk to. It's for her to take care of your dragon.
Wow, cool. Awesome. All right, we're gonna take one more question. Yoshi says, I feel I am at the threshold of discovering my abilities and wonder if the offset of energies I feel while meditating is part of what obscures what is next. Can you please offer your insights?
Okay, so Yoshi, you ride. You have one foot in the other world. You have one foot in the 3D world. Why is it that I get that you are so reluctant to go full force and step into the other world? There's a reluctancy. I get like there's a resistance, like almost you are afraid of not coming back. Honey, this is just the body. This is just baggage. I mean, go full force and jump over that ledge. And with the offset of the energies, I would say use more essential oils, and also make sure that you apply lavender on your third eye right before you start meditating, so you don't have that thumping headache after you open up your eyes after you finish meditating. Because some folks that don't use lavender, they'll have that thumping headache in their third eye for like days and days on end. And they're like, Bryan, how can I get rid of that? Well, use lavender and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so Bryan, I want to take a few minutes and just talk about your packages, right? So I'm going to
Yes,
share
can you share that screen with me?
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. And for those of you who are not on the computer, or I don't know how you guys watch and do stuff here, but it's available at alara.at/show/Bryan3. Okay, oops, 1 second. That didn't work. Why not? Hold on. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so there's 3 packages, package A, B, and C. Package A, go ahead, is 30.
Package A is a 30-minute intuitive reading with me. We go over regarding your love life, your relationships, your career and finances, life purpose, and other questions that may be pressing you. Then we have the 60-minute remote chakra and aura cleanse. Then the remote chakra and aura cleanse, I will basically go into trance for about an hour, and I will write down certain things that draw me to and that I'm clearing, and then I will basically send you a summary of it via email. The next thing is special
package B.
Or package B. So you receive a 60-minute reading with me. Same questions, any questions at all. You have then the 60-minute remote chakra and aura cleanse, where you get after my session with you, you get basically a summary of the sitting via email. And then we have a new star architecture encoded live session. The new star architecture live session will be via Zoom, in which Bryan will place advanced star architectures into the body of each person with the extra energies that will benefit them in many, many different ways. Now, the new star technology is not crystals. It's not activating the parts of the light body. What it's doing is it's giving new star architecture. It's giving new technology, new energies, new abilities. This, like I said before, the cathedral is right in the center of your body. So that cathedral will be placed in the body, and then you have a decahedron that is in the right side of the brain with the tetrahedron in the left side of the brain, and they go sideways, okay, and they start spinning. Now package B is 122. So we have the package C, which is a value of $577. So the special offer is $277. It's a 60-minute intuitive reading with me, a 60-minute remote chakra and aura cleanse, the new star architecture encoded live session, and then the shadow work course part 1. The shadow work is crucial in spiritual work. You will learn to love the energies of your repressed state of being. In other words, you will love the good, the bad, and the ugly. This shadow work course will boost your self-esteem, and it will boost your spiritual powers. Now, I will also tell you that the shadow work course has not been necessarily finished just yet. I'm either going to teach it as I'm going to teach it as a group, and instead of just one-on-one. So I'm still basically I'm still tweaking the part 1. So it will probably be before Ostara, before March 21st. So so be on the lookout to see an email come through about when you're able to receive that package. You'll probably maybe receive it, I would say, either within a week or within 2 weeks. I have to either have it right before Ostara, or right after Ostara, or right on top of Ostara.
Awesome. And of course, all of the packages they have a payment plan, and you can use code TACS10 also to take advantage of the 10% gift from me. So please definitely do that. And again, I'm going to put the link in the chat for those of you who like that. 1 second. All right, there we go. alara.at/show/Bryan3. So yes, and how far in advance are your sessions being booked right now, Bryan?
Right now, I am booking on a weekly basis, so pretty much the sessions are basically being booked. I can start booking sessions probably come Monday morning.
Okay, cool. That's good. Because some of us don't like to wait for a long time.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
I know I'm like that. It's like, what? Wait 5 months? Are you kidding me? Never mind.
No, I'm not. I'm not 5 months backed up anymore. I actually cleared up a lot of those readings, and now I'm back on track.
Awesome.
So definitely, folks, if you want to and take a little step in my magical path, I suggest you look at your packages and pick accordingly. Imagine, it basically, it's very broad spectrum readings because I use different tools to do different readings, and then sometimes I would just use my abilities, my grandma given abilities, but sometimes I use dice, sometimes I use shells, sometimes I use bones, sometimes I use a mixture of the three, sometimes I use regular playing cards, and sometimes I use a standard deck of basic tarot cards. So it can be very diverse. And I am a very diverse and a confidential person. So I will keep and I do keep little notes on my clients just for special indexing, such as birthdays and stuff like that, because I like to give out gifts. But you are under a HIPAA form where I cannot speak about your reading with anybody. Even if I have a apprentice or a client or one of my workers over, if they are taking notes for me, they cannot speak about any of your work to other people as well. So you are very much under a HIPAA law with me.
Totally confidential.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people today ask questions about their gifts and abilities. So can you elaborate on those during the private session?
Yes, I can elaborate most certainly on those during the private session. They actually will get elaborated a lot.
Yeah, and tell them how to like develop them a little bit more sometimes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome.
I like to do my phone sessions if they're local, like in the States or up in Canada. I like to do my sessions by phone. But if you're not in like the States or up in Canada, you are more than welcome to have a Zoom session with me, and I will try to stay still because it's been very hard to stay still for an hour. But definitely, when I sit there and do readings for people, I like to be by my altar and be working with things on my altar as I'm basically working directly with them. I am a devotee of Mother Maria Laveau. I do feed the graveyard spirits. I do feed the ancestor spirits for each reading, though your ancestors will get a spray of rum to help them come forward. Okay?
Awesome. Good. Anything else you want to share about the Anavia Nightshade or the energetics right now and what we can do to...
Anavia basically wants you to respect the earth. Respect the earth because she's taken many blows not only just blows from the craziness over there. I'm just going to say craziness over there, but also from our sun. And our sun is basically got a big old hole in it where it's like really it's really trying to change those pole shifts at certain frequencies. So it's not a literal pole shift, it's a pole shift in our frequencies. So remember that. And then also the new energetic, just know that everything's not going to change overnight, okay? It's going to take a little bit for things to fully be logged back in and logged back on. All right, I will tell you, it's kind of like rebooting a supercomputer. And as you reboot that supercomputer, obviously you got to find your apps to download, you got to find your files to save, you got to find your clouds and stuff. But it's a process. So I would definitely tell you, let that be understood in a multitude of ways.
Awesome. Somebody's asking you, she's asking about what, a little bit about the dark angel, the gift that you had for us was.
Okay, so the dark angel gift, basically, that is part of the shadow work. That is the actual. Went ahead and gave the initial meditation, initial activation away as a free gift, but that is the beginning of the shadow work course, awesome. Where I will actually facilitate that that energy work course for you, basically in a group setting, as well as probably much more different than how the activation came through. And I will tell you, anybody that can drink Blue Lotus during the shadow work course, Blue Lotus is a wonderful, wonderful plant that has a lot of medicinal properties and a lot of properties that open up the third eye and open up the crown chakra. So if you can find some Blue Lotus is my favorite. I drink Blue Lotus at least at every call. So yes, it really is a I call it rather psychedelic.
Okay, cool. I will look that up. I don't know what Blue Lotus is. I've never had Blue Lotus. I don't even know if it's available here in Europe.
Not the Blue Lotus nucifera, but the Blue Lotus, I think it's Cantanula. All right, but I might be a little bit off on the, but the nuciferan one is good too if you like to drink tea before you go to sleep. But that I would say make sure that you just do it before you go to sleep, because that will put you on your ass. Okay.
I just paid the session B. Valentina, is that what you're saying, that you just purchased package B?
All right, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and Randy says in the chat, Bryan is the real deal, for sure. Yeah, Bryan is.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, good. You'll definitely enjoy working with Bryan and Valentina. Make sure you tell him about all the stuff going on, okay? All the stuff. Don't hold anything back.
Yes, don't hold anything back with me, and I'm not holding anything back with you at all. I tell you the truth and exact truth and nothing but the truth. And that's how the spirits put it.
Absolutely. Good. Anything else? Any other last questions, anybody? So we did, Bryan, we did the the DNA process to activate the new energetics, as well as awakening the triangular star architecture within the body, right?
Yes, both of them were done.
So for us, we need to drink more water.
Yes, drink more water, eat more of a cleaner diet. I would say fruits and vegetables. I'm on a green tea kick. Recommend the brand of Blue Lotus. I'm not exactly sure because I bought my Blue Lotus already wrapped up in just plastic. Mine was hand harvested by a lady, but I don't have a recommended brand. But you definitely need to call the totality of your body back. Also even call the actual, yes, the loose petals is good. You can also call back the different fractals of you, but expect some of those fractals to be still out there due to energy bodies not being fully equipped just yet. But other than that, I think that that very much sums it up.
Yeah, awesome, good. Yeah, that was interesting, and I was just not shocked, but amazed by some of your the readings for the folks that you gave today. It's like you were like boom, 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 spot on and so fast. It's like, wow.
Yes, and I've also seen that my light language has changed multiple times, and more tones come out than language comes out. And yeah, very, very interesting. Very interesting how 2022 like up leveled me just like that. But when I was in the hospital for a week, I actually felt my body lift up out of my body, or felt my light body lift up out of my body, and they were working on each chakra. And basically I heard, or I woke up each time that they were working on my chakras, and there were 12 beings around me, and they said root chakra. Then you would see it come up. Then I woke up again, and I heard sacral chakra, and then I went back to sleep. Then I heard solar plexus chakra, and they'd done that for 7 hours that whole night while I was in the hospital. I did not get shit of sleep, and I was like, y'all are like nurses, go away. So
but it's good, right? It helped.
Yes, so but yes, it was a frustrating day when they woke me up for 7 hours on, and it was on the hour every hour, and I was like, really now? Like I said, I'm adjusting to new medicine, and y'all are like totally freaking me out over here. And I mean, you can literally see the spinning disc of light of how the chakras look to a clairvoyant. These chakras were out of this world, and they were so big and huge. When they implanted it back into me, and it felt like a lot of airiness and spaciness a lot of friction was in the air. And then I woke up, and I actually had to get my blood pressure checked, and I blew the blood pressure meter.
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny. She said, you broke this one, now I gotta go get another one.
Well, you know what? Stuff happens, right? It's okay. It's all good.
Yes, exactly.
You're doing great. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Good. All right, everyone. So this was a fantastic show. Go back and watch or listen again, because there was the activation alone was amazing, but just the wisdom as well, and some of the information that Bryan gave for example, to call back your the totality of you. And there's something else. Go back and listen. And if Bryan actually gave you a reading, go back and listen, because he was giving it so fast and so quick and so much that you might have missed something. So go back and watch or listen. Okay.
Yes.
And definitely book a session with Bryan. Package A, package B, package C. You won't regret it. So that's for sure. So he gives more than you can imagine. And it's, yeah, he's amazing. So definitely do that for yourself. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bryan. Thank you,
so
everybody,
much
for all your questions. Thank you. All right, everyone. Happy Friday. Now I can say it's Friday. It's the weekend.
Yay! Thank you so much, Alara, for having me on. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone that I read for and allow it to pass these messages. Much love. Let angel wings guide your dreams. Blessed be, and namaste.
Thank you, everyone. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Whew, I can't talk anymore. So much love and blessings, everyone. Have a great weekend. Until next week. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Alara and Bryan, I would just want to say, can you send to me so I can book the session, which I pay?
Yeah.
Monday or Tuesday will be very, very appreciated.
Yeah, I'll let Bryan know. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, I most certainly will. She just contact me through the email that is up there.
Yeah.
And I will set you up. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye for now. Thank you.